I have no idea who this channel is. However, I did see the title of it, the title of this video, and I decided that I had to watch it. For those who are unaware of my feelings on guillotines in particular, I think they need to be brought back, and I think that they should only be able to be used on people of immense power. So I am pro capital punishment, but only for people who have a ton of power, be it either political power or wealth, right? I think those are the only types of people that guillotines should be allowed for, or just the death penalty in general should be allowed for. No poor people, basically. Now, I saw this video and I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Did this guy solve my entire problem? The problem of like, I don't want this guillotine to be used on anybody except people of immense power, because if he did, this could be the invention of like the century. So let's go ahead and watch this video by Soggy Cereal. And we'll see if this guillotine that he invented, we'll see if we buy it. Okay, let's see.
As a kid, I always thought we lived in a proper world. A happy planet where everyone's equal. My history teacher said feudalism is dead. So now we all drink the same water and all eat the same food. Of course I was wrong, because apparently after the recent Epstein files release, turns out the billionaire class eats frickin' babies. Babies? They bomb kids for profit. They own the media. This person was literally talking about turning oxygen into an asset. And I think we should apply this rule to—
Wow, I think I'm really gonna like this video. Right off the bat, he's not being wishy-washy with his politics or whatever. He's not being like like trying to be some sort of like centrist type or whatever. He's just like going right in, and I love it.
her first. Wait, billionaire Mr. Beast is allegedly building a crypto trading app for kids now? Can't wait to compete for my kneecaps in a Mr. Beast video after I gambled all of my savings away. The entire world is burning. But at least the president's granddaughter can make her happy vlogs about spending taxpayer money on taking the Secret Service to expensive grocery stores. I'm going insane, is what the elite would want us to say, because divided and insane, we are no real threat to them. You know what is? Organizing protests to resist their oppressive boots. Well, yeah, sure. But I was thinking something a little bit more guillotine-shaped.
Wait a second.
What? I still gotta build the thing, dummy.
Okay. Nice. I love it so far.
I've been
This
doing
is
some
great.
digging on the French Revolution lately, which basically was this late 1700s movement of peasants in France who said, you know,
Boobage alert, by the way. Anybody who's watching.
what? Screw these rich assholes treating us like dirt, and fucking slaughtered them. And I don't know. Kind of seems relevant.
The French Revolution was reading about it was the tipping point for me as to why I did think we need guillotines back. Like, and in particular, it is about it was the problem with like, what do you do with your with your evil people representative of the previous system, right? That's what the whole thing was. Like, the reason that they chopped off the head of the king was because it was a representative sort of like moment of like saying we are done with the monarchy, and from this point on it is going to be different. If they instead had just thrown him in jail for, I don't know, just thrown him in jail indefinitely forever, there would still be monarchists all over the place, like trying to like find ways to like get him out and like restore the monarchy the entire time. Essentially counter-revolutionary shit, right? And so for that reason, I think that, it is necessary to, as like both a symbol and to prevent the counter-revolutionaries from having an ideological figure to all rally behind. That's why I think it is important to execute the former system, especially when it comes to like a revolutionary fervor. So that includes like, a lot of our billionaires as well. If we ever try to move on past like hyper capitalism or whatever we're currently, whatever you call our current system of government, to, I don't know, even just like social democracy or whatever, I think we're going to have to take some like Elon Musk types or Zuckerberg types out to the guillotine if we want to ever have any sort of somewhat sustainable like period after the revolution without counter-revolutionaries just constantly trying to reinstall our billionaire oligarchs to power or whatever.
For some reason. Oh yeah, maybe because wealth inequality is now worse than during the French Revolution, which means that about 80% of the US population could now be considered peasants. So I'm gonna build a guillotine, because that's what the French used to be, had 1780s equivalent of Elon Musk, which sounds cool as fuck. And I'll be damned if I let myself be out aura farmed by the French.
So I've been studying guillotine designs for the past 3 days now.
Even made a little 3D model.
My entire office wall is basically just images of beheadings at this point, which is pretty awkward for friends and family.
Hey, I'm going. What the fuck is this about?
Valentine's present? But there are a few problems. See, I'm a weak little bitch and can barely even carry one wooden plank. Have you seen these noodles? I don't want to hold the blade every time I gotta use this guillotine. My arms are gonna get tired. And two, what if a wasp flies in my eyes and I turn blind? Then how am I supposed to know if there's a billionaire trapped in my guillotine? So I'm gonna make a few modifications to the original design.
Face detected.
Oh my god! It fucking works! Yes! I've been trying to figure out how to stream footage from this random security camera I had lying around to my laptop and then at least detect if there's a face on screen. Because I want to give these billionaires a little taste of their own medicine. See, one of the billionaires.
So, okay. So he's going a face detection route. I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't really know how would I do this? Okay, let's see. I am a software developer at heart, or like in my professional job. So how would I go about doing this? Yeah, I mean, I guess this is the best way. Yeah, recognizing, like doing a facial recognition, recognizing if they're in like the Forbes top 100 or whatever. Like, I'm sure there's a database of every billionaire out there or whatever. And then letting the blade go through. I was also thinking you could do something like anytime someone achieved ultimate wealth or whatever, or ultimate power, you like tattoo them with something or what, and then you could just, if they got that, but then they could potentially, fall out of that wealth and they would still have the tattoo. So that wouldn't really work. You would need a dynamic system. So yeah, you know what? I guess that's the best way. He's right.
I think most dangerous to humanity is this walking corpse who looks like he orders blood by the gallon. That's not a joke, by the way. Peter Thiel.
Yeah,
now, there are like
definitely
hour-long videos on why this guy's...
He probably is the Antichrist. If you are a Christian out there, I'm not. Okay, I'm a secular. If you are a Christian out there, just know this person right here, like, he's the Antichrist, okay? I have read a lot about like Christianity and stuff. Like, it is a fascinating subject to me as a secular, but this man right here, he is the Antichrist.
Evil. But I think this clip pretty much sums it up.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I would.
This is a long hesitation. Should the
this.
human race survive?
Sorry, I gotta use the bathroom, but I'm gonna let play.
But most of you probably know that he's a co-founder of the AI mass surveillance company Palantir, literally named after the orbs used by the Dark Lord Sauron to spy on our heroes in the Lord of the Rings. And currently that company is being used to spy on citizens, help bomb civilians, and silencing journalists and whistleblowers. I love the times we live in. But this sweaty little psycho gave me an idea. See, instead of letting these billionaires spy on us, how about we spy on them? How about instead of having to go through the hassle of holding the heavy blade rope of my guillotine and having to use my eyes to look at who's laying there, we just set a camera to detect if a billionaire's on the chopping block and wham! Fucking whack him like an automatic whack-a-mole, except it's with billionaires and their heads fall off. But first, I gotta make this guillotine. If only I hadn't nickel and dimed on this tiny ass saw. And while I bother my downstairs neighbor with the sound of my drill, I'm gonna have to do an ill-timed ad read in a video about greed and billionaires. I don't want to be hypocritical.
I did have a thought though while I was peeing. I think that there's only one way to know for sure that it works, right? There's only one way to know that for sure that this thing is going to work, right? If he doesn't put his body on the line for this experiment, I will be sorely disappointed. He's got to go full like Thomas Edison on this shit.
But this guillotine isn't going to pay for itself. Jesus Christ, this drill is loud. Lovely. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Hi, I'm a floating for sponsoring this video. Holy shit, it's perfect. Well, actually it's not. I didn't have enough wood for 4 legs, so this is a 3-legged guillotine. But you know, it's not like this is a dangerous, deadly weapon or something. Okay, this is unbladed test 1. Oh, holy shit!
It seemed to work.
It kinda works. Now I just gotta make the blade. Problem is, as you can see, very good. I am a dumbass. A little pick-me-upper? And so without looking, I thought I ordered 2 150 by 150 centimeter solid steel plates, which I then planned to cut up into several guillotine blade designs. Angled, curved, straight, gay. I support my guillotine no matter what sex they prefer.
A gay guillotine. That'd be kind of funny if we do make one. I think it should be spray painted something fun
for beheading. Turns out I ordered 2 150 millimeter plates instead. And if that's confusing for my US viewers, just put your foot on the screen, man. So now I gotta find a way to turn these 2 teeny tiny plates into one weapon of execution that could take on even the biggest billionaire. And if that's not a perfect David versus Goliath analogy, I don't know what is. Okay, so I think I found a way to make this work. I found these 300 millimeter solid steel strips from some other project laying around. And I was thinking, what if I mount this to the bottom of these 2 tiny 150 millimeter blades? And then just sharpen it with a grinding disc to make one continuous 300 millimeter blade. Oh wait, one sec. Yeah, it's good enough. Why, yes, I am a professional upstairs neighbor.
Is he doing this inside his like apartment? Dude, this is a recipe for disaster. Like, you could probably do this outside, you know? Like, you could just, I assume you could just, like, set something up outside to do this, because this seems like you're gonna fuck up something in your apartment, I feel like.
Now, while this moron figures out a way to make his Temu.com guillotine blade work, let me give you a quick history lesson on why I think instead of looks maxing, we should actually be guillotine maxing.
Can I listen to this? I don't know. Well, he has it in his video.
2 hours editing that. Anyways, after my last video where I made a custom shock collar to see if it could cure my crippling phone addiction, I really got into history books. Ancient China, Rome, the French Revolution, obviously. And there's the saying that history doesn't repeat itself, it just rhymes. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. Because one thing that definitely repeats itself constantly is power-hungry rich fucks ruining entire societies for their own benefit. In ancient
Yep. It happens every time, people. It happens without fail every single time, unless it is constantly stopped. You need constant diligence to push back your greedy, power-hungry, like the greedy, power-hungry losers of your society, to keep them from attaining power and wealth. That should be the primary goal of every society, like indefinitely, is trying to prevent wealth inequality, like wealth accumulation. Like, that should literally be the one goal of society, is to prevent wealth accumulation. My argument, by the way, is that if workers owned, you know, their companies, or like owned the means of production, that it would be much easier to prevent our billionaire, you know, pedo overlords from attaining infinite wealth. That's my own personal opinion. But if you have a better way, I'm all ears. If you have a different way of preventing preventing billionaires from attaining endless and infinite wealth at the expense of the working class, I'm all ears, but that is my personal opinion.
In China, they ruined Manchu's Confucianism, turning this popular philosophy that believed the state should provide people with basic needs and give them the freedom to question or overthrow their rulers if they became greedy and corrupt, into an oppressive, one-way hierarchical system of blind obedience to the elite. Many now see Christianity as synonymous with million-dollar mega-churches, private jets, and diddling kids. But it actually started out as a small grassroots people-first, anti-wealth and anti-war movement. But then the elite got a hold of it and turned into a pro-war, elites-first, hierarchical
Co-opting.
state religion. Hey, can you
Always be on the lookout, people. They will co-opt anything, and they will turn it into a bastardized, blasphemous version of what it was. If it will help them retain or attain more power. They did it with Christianity, like you said. They did it with civil rights movement. They did it with, basically any good thing that has ever happened in society is usually co-opted and rewritten by the elites.
You tone it down,
protect
man?
them.
I'm trying to make a video over here.
Suck my dick.
Even capitalism had its better times, partly because it was driven by a bunch of socialist policies. Workers were prioritized over shareholders. Employees' wealth grew in relation to their productivity. And the rich were being taxed more, while the middle class could basically support their families on a one-person salary. But you know, elite corruption, anti-socialist fear-mongering, Ronald Reagan introducing trickle-down economics. Still waiting for the downward trickle to happen, by the way. And now we're at the point where people gotta bet their entire month's salary on which country's gonna get nuked to be able to afford rent. History's basically people wanting...
We live in hell. This is hell, man. If the devil is out there and he designed hell, it would be this system that we are currently living under. We have the most satanic organization of society that has ever existed.
bare minimum to live. But
We have a literal cabal of pedophile billionaires who determine who we're going to go to war with on a daily basis and then place bets on Polymarket on how many brown people, like how many brown babies they're going to kill today. Like, you cannot tell me that is not the most satanic system of government that has ever fucking
a
existed.
bunch of rich guys going, okay, so what if instead we make millions of people suffer so that none of us can just do whatever the heck we want? Oh my god, that's brilliant! Yeah, doesn't that sound awesome? And the only way to stop these parasites is to put the fear of God into them. Okay, but that's enough boring history for today. Let's test this puppy.
Let's
also,
test it.
go Yankees or whatever, I don't know.
I think it cut.
Holy shit! What?
I'm a little surprised.
It's a perfect slice! What?
I'm already seeing one problem though. This needs to be a lot heavier. I do not think that's getting through a neck, if I had to guess. There'd be an easy way to test, I think, if you just put I don't know, if you roll up like a pork belly or something, I feel like that would be pretty equivalent to a human neck. But yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. You might need to put like a 20-pound weight on the back of it or something.
Yes, it works! A perfect slice, look at this! I am the fruit ninja. Best banana eaten in my life. Hot dog.
Hey, it's working.
Okay, maybe I'm not gonna be able to eat that anymore. No food waste in this house, baby. That's alright. Okay, now let's do Billionaire. I've got no camera detection yet. I'm gonna do it in a bit, but I've got Jeffrey Epstein or Jeffrey Epstein. You know what? Let's do both. Oh no, guys, he's gonna kill himself again.
Nope.
Shit. Okay, so as you can see, it didn't completely slice.
It doesn't seem like it's going through. I thought it was supposed to go all the way like in between the two slats or whatever.
Through the paper. So I'm gonna have to find a fix for that. But let's first try one more time on this demon.
Yeah.
This guillotine was promised to me 3,000 years ago.
Huh? You wouldn't say. this time it did
It
work.
worked.
But that wasn't a billionaire. He's not a billionaire.
Well, guess I need a camera for me.
Well, people, this is why I say people of immense power, whether it's political or capital, whatever it is. If they hold immense power, then they can be subject to this.
To detect the billionaires after all.
I would say anybody in, anyone in the apparatus of government. Like, what do I mean by that? I mean, like the highest levels, I guess, is what I would say. So president, Supreme Court, every member of the Senate, every member of Congress. Like this is for America, for instance. In Israel, it would be obviously Netanyahu, but anyone in the Knesset, anybody who holds immense power, political power, even if it's not monetary power, should also be allowed to be facial recognized by this guy right here.
Whoops. So let's talk about faces. See, having your camera detect a face is easy because, well, there's nothing quite like a human face. However, to detect a specific person through facial recognition, yeah, now that's a shit ton of work. To analyze their bone structure, eyes, mouth, ears, use statistical probability to calculate.
I mean, I'm sure that there is software already existing for this exact purpose.
The chance it's actually that person. Oh my god, wait. There's just a free open source library I can use?
Yeah.
Yoink. Oh my god, no shit, all these billionaires are pushing mass surveillance. I made this in like 30 minutes. Wow. It's the guy who made comedy legal again.
Elon Musk, there it is.
Comedy. Nice, it actually works. Oh boy, time to start sweating again, Peter.
Gosh.
I originally wanted to do this in a public park, but
And there's something that happens, man, also with billionaires, that they just look so gross. The more money you accumulate, the grosser you look, man. Like, that's how you'll be able to tell if I ever make it, if I ever become a billionaire. I'm just going to start looking really, really gross like these people do.
There's no way to get this 2.5 meters French Revolution.
Maybe that's how I'll do it. Maybe instead of facial recognition, maybe I'll just recognize how gross and weird looking their faces are and be like, this person's face is so gross, he has to be a billionaire, because there seems to be a direct correlation between how gross your face is and how much money you have, from what I can tell.
Guillotine out of my 3rd floor apartment.
Sorry, or personality tests or personality, like you have an AI talk to the person, and if they're psychopathic in a certain way, I'm sure you could determine whether they're a billionaire or not based on, their answers to a bunch of questions. Like something along those lines could work as well.
I want to make it a public spectacle outside.
You can make it a private spectacle for me.
Okay.
Oh, honey.
Hey.
Hey, do you remember that Valentine's present I was working on?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Guillotine, actually. Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
As you can see,
Nice.
Not a usual.
Yeah,
Guillotine.
no, you definitely got to get wifey buy-in for if you're doing something like this. For all of you people out there, all of you people who are, in a relationship, don't just build this and not tell your wife or girlfriend about it, because this is definitely one of those situations where you need some buy-in from your significant other.
There's duct tape, 3 legs, an inconspicuous camera. What should happen is if I put one of these billionaires under the guillotine, then this camera should detect that there's a billionaire under there, and it won't detect that I'm one. Hopefully. I'm a broke
saying,
boy. But
there's
first of all,
only
I want
one
to
way.
say we do not condone violence on this channel, okay?
Of course
This
not.
is just how they put it in the Epstein files. More bread and circuses to distract all of us common peasants from rising up against the elite. That was mentioned by this guy, by the way, Jess Staley, billionaire, friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and also alleged rapist. So pretty good first candidate, right?
Yeah.
I know, guys, I tried to get real billionaires for this video, but apparently that's illegal. So I just put their pictures on our cereal boxes instead. All right, let's... Oh.
Whoa, it worked.
It worked! Now for the release of the blade, I turned this cheap solenoid in what I call a broke man's kabuki draw, where the weight of the guillotine is held by this paper clip, which is then pulled back by the solenoid triggered by my microcontroller when a billionaire is...
Oh my gosh, this is a lot of... This is some cool, like, Rube Goldberg shit that he's got going on.
detected for 3 seconds straight.
Wow.
It fucking works! Yes! Well, it didn't go through, but honestly, I don't want to waste cereals on these fucking billionaires. Next.
Contestant number, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mark, give me the Zuck. I'll try my best to do it for you.
Mark almost got me. Want to hear my Mark Zuckerberg impression?
Sure.
Hi, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. That's pretty good, huh?
Wonderful.
Today, we're gonna see if Mr. Beast can escape
oh no,
this
not
guillotine
Mr. Beast.
for $500 bajillion.
People.
Nothing personal, Jimbo. This is just what
That other video I watched about Mr. Beast, that was just a dude yelling at him from a Marxist perspective. I think this one might get his attention a little bit more.
happens when you start accepting Saudi Arabia blood money.
Mr. Beast!
I guess he can't.
That's an L for the beast, man. Hey, Jeffrey. What
Okay, well, I'll let it finish, I guess. We're already this far in, but okay,
day
let's
slash
see.
night will be the wildest party on your island?
I can't fucking stand this guy.
There we go.
Yippee! Well, this is our last cereal box. I wish we had more.
He didn't do.
So we could more billionaire. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say.
I was gonna say the only way to know that it doesn't work though is if he sticks his own face under it. He's got to do it for
so we
the
could
game.
Restructure more billionaires. This is gonna be the last. Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel. What the fuck happened?
Did he fall out?
Even my guillotine couldn't survive Peter Thiel.
Oh no.
Look at my Peter. She's been massacred by a demon. Now I know that obviously most of this video was just shits and giggles. But I do know that a lot of people are struggling with the state of the world right now, with these billionaires basically taking everything over. I know this video was a little different than my usual commentary videos. Let me know if you like this news.
I liked it. I'll even give it a like because I liked his commentary. I thought it was funny. I would have made it a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier, and I would have thrown actual billionaires in it for testing, but you know, yeah, I mean, you work with what you got, am I right? Yeah, if this could work, this could work. Okay, guys, I think that's, you know, something for everybody to get. I think everybody, I guess everybody needs to start getting more on board for this, because it's the only way we're going to survive as a species is if we, you know, if we take out a few of our billionaires. Free Luigi, am I right? Okay, let's see here. And I'm just saying that because, like I said, I think our species as like humanity is going to go extinct if we allow these people to exist. It's for the greater good, everybody. One billionaire, one sacrificial billionaire for the entire species, for hundreds of millions of people. You know, I think it's worth it personally.